So, Mike, how you feeling? You had a workplace injury you want to talk about?
Yeah, you hurt yourself somehow at work, Mike?
Or even better, do you not want to talk about it? We're going to anyway?
OSHA violation of some kind.
That's not good because they have to erase the number on the dry erase board and put 0 for a accident-free
zero check
workplace.
Yeah, I offhandedly mentioned to these guys that I hurt my body at work today a little bit. I'm just not feeling very good.
Because what you do, like construction, outdoor manual labor? What is it you do again, Mike?
Like, did you cut your hand with a Sawzall, or?
I just sit in an office all day.
Oh, that's right.
That's part of the problem. So when I needed to get my furniture rearranged, so some guys came up and did that, but I had to take all my stuff off of my desk before they did that.
Wait a second. You hurt yourself with someone else moving your furniture around?
I don't even understand how this is possible.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they came up and moved everything, and then I had to just set all my stuff back up on my desk. And I don't know.
Do you keep like 80-pound bags of concrete on your desk?
No.
Do you have kettlebells in your desk drawers that you work out with while you're there?
No, I have nothing.
How many paperweights do you have?
Yeah.
3.
3 paperweights.
Yes. And but no, I don't know.
Is your computer case titanium?
No, I have a little laptop that's hooked up to like a dock and some monitors and stuff, and I was like, all right, Fessinger, you can do this. And so I put it all back together and was reaching around and doing the chords and everything. And then when I got done, I was just like, shit, my body hurts. What is going on? And so that's where I'm at tonight, fellas.
All right.
I don't know what to tell you. How you guys doing tonight? Is everybody good? Everybody feeling all right? Did you guys have to move things around and hurt your bodies too? Or is it just me that hurt his body today?
I mean, I always have to move stuff around, but I did not hurt myself.
All right, so let's get into this crevice.
So there's a giant dead centipede in front of us. Actually, it's gargantuan is the size of it, or is it giant?
Yeah.
It's 15 by 15, so it's bigger than large.
Yeah, I think it is giant is the term. And then I think gargantuan takes us to a 4 by 4, a 20 by 20. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Should we send a masseuse over?
Yeah, actually, that would be fun. I went in for a massage the other day, and I got in there, and the masseuse, she was like, undressed to your comfort level. And I was like, well, if we're really talking about this, I think I'm there.
Put more clothes on. Yeah. Let me grab a jacket out of my car then. I'll be right back.
So she's like, so she leaves the room. So I do. I undressed to my comfort level, which was just down to my boxers or whatever. And then I haul myself up onto the table and get under the covers and lay down there. And she comes back in and she starts massaging me. And she's... Why are you laughing? That's what happened.
Just I really don't know where the story's going.
Smooth jazz.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a cigar and a glass of brandy. What's going on right now?
You show up to GM the game in a bathrobe and you're telling us a story about you getting a massage.
Hey, you guys promised you wouldn't say anything about the bathrobe.
I didn't promise that.
Yeah, I don't ever recollect promising that.
No. I thought there was an implicit agreement we wouldn't talk about our massages. So
like the dude's running our game now.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys are down below this sycamore tree, down in this root system, hunting down mitflits all day, I guess. How many mitflits have you killed? Do you remember? Because I don't.
7.
7. You guys sound sure about that. A lot of these mitflits are not your level, but a couple of these were. There were some kind of tough mitflits up in that initial room, where Mitch got shot in one of his testicles, kind of got hit pretty bad. Mitch, by the way, you're feeling better. I'm going to remove the sickened condition.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. I don't know if it was that or what it was, but that was probably the worst dice rolling session I've ever had. Like, that was horrible.
Well, and Brad, on top of that, I think I might owe you an apology because I might have gone overboard with my ad hoc zero check backlash situation.
It was there. I mean, the situation.
I couldn't help myself. Yeah. But the thing is that, I don't know. Whenever Brad plays a character and that character has something that could happen sort of in the groin region. I just have to go hard because years ago we were playing the Starfinder campaign and Brad had this uplifted bear. And now we've reached a situation where you and I might remember this differently, Brad. So do you want to go or should I go?
You go ahead and I'll do a brief correction at the end of it.
Okay. You'll editorialize a little bit as I go. Okay. So Brad was an uplifted bear, and the Starfinder rule system is large, a 2x2. And we all thought that was going to be badass until it turned out this is not a good thing, because there's a lot of, 5-foot wide hallways that Brad's uplifted bear was having to squeeze down. And it's a long story, but the Starfinders that they were playing knocked over like a marijuana grow house for some reason. I was kind of homebrewing a little bit. It was things were off the rails a little bit, but there was this stairway going down into a basement. It was kind of I think I was tapping into my understanding of what Nashville looks like, which is just rusty nails and corrugated steel everywhere. Bill, back me up. I mean, that's right?
100% correct.
Yeah. So, and
reclaimed wood.
Yeah. Reclaimed wood.
Yep.
Rusty nails, corrugated steel. That's it. And for some reason, I got the idea that while Ursiel is squeezing his way down this hallway, that a rusty nail caught him somewhere precious.
Wait, I think he was sliding down a handrail.
Yeah,
I think he was sliding down a handrail.
No, it was the hallway before the stairs. That was Mike's right. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I had to do some sort of a check to squeeze through, and I failed it miserably.
And the descriptions were a little out of control. They were just a little out of control.
I think my favorite was somebody described there being like a white toupee stuck on the wall still. That was my nutsack.
Because Ursiel, your uplifted bear, was white colored. He had white fur.
The best part about it is our characters were live streaming the whole thing to Absalom Station.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. This was this was Dead Sons. This was our Dead Sons campaign. So those of you that know Dead Sons know what we're talking about.
I forgot about
In
that.
any event, when that Mitflit let the ball bearing fly from the slingshot and Mitch Groning fails his reflex save, I knew what needed to happen. And so it was a little internal callback for all of us. But I feel like I'm off track here. You guys killed those Mitflits. Mitch is feeling a lot better. You guys came down here deeper into the old sycamore root system, where you uncovered a chamber where 6 Mitflits were apparently standing around, maybe kind of low-key, lowercase t torturing a kobold, Thankfully you were spared, the visuals of that. But you guys interrupted them. You killed him. This kobold rips himself from his bindings off the wall, arms himself with a concealed fang wire, and goes to work helping you guys. And then the centipede crawls out of this crevice nearby. A huge 3x3 centipede. You guys killed that guy too. So it's been eventful. But I feel pretty good about where we're at down here. How HP check? How you guys doing? Everybody good on HP, spells, all that stuff? You guys know what you're doing? Mitch is pretty beat up, right?
I got a broken buckler.
Yeah, some of us are hurting. I think
points.
it's been one of our toughest fights so far. I think we need at least a 10-minute little rejuve here to refocus, maybe do some heal checks, repair stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's kind of I do this from time. Sometimes I like to tie 2 encounters together, and that's what I did that time. So sorry about that, guys. You guys are sitting around doing some med checks, getting yourselves together. I think, Mitch, you're going to roll a crafting check to fix that buckler, I believe, right?
Yes.
And as you guys are engaging in that, this kobold is kind of doing some of the same for himself. In fact, you see that he's heavily injured as well. What do you do?
I say we send Bash over to talk to him.
Yeah, I get along with him great. I'll go talk to the little bastard. I don't care. Bash walks over. Actually, before he does that, does anybody else need additional healing?
Mitch could take any healing anyone can do.
I can do a medicine check on him.
Are you going to massage my?
I will. You have to get undressed to your comfortable level.
All right.
It's fixed now. It's fixed.
I'm rolling this. Everybody gets 12 back.
Oh, wow!
Oh, nice.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, what was that?
That was a 3-action heal.
Oh, you blew a 3-action heal.
I blew a 3-action heal.
How'd you get that much?
Just a D8? How'd you do 12?
In a D8, the spell is a range 3 feet. If you're healing a live creature, increase the hit points restored by 8. Happens on 2 action. Does that not apply to the 3rd action?
Yeah. Read the third action.
Okay. You disperse positive energy in 30-foot emanation. Targets all living and undead creatures in the burst. So the restored by 8 doesn't apply to that?
I've never thought it did.
Oh, okay.
But now you've got me questioning everything I ever believed about heal.
Well, no, that's...
No.
Yeah, then it would just be 4. Then back to everybody.
All right. Including this kobold who sort of nods in appreciation at you.
All right, I'm going to do a medicine check on Mitch before we start up.
Appreciate that.
That is a 19.
Hell yeah.
That's
Yep.
2d8, so that's 8 on that one.
Yes.
So 10 back to Mitch.
Boom. Almost at half hit points. Thank you, sir.
And so I guess while that medicine check was going on, Mitch was repairing, and then Sirio was refocusing to get focus point back.
Oh, yeah. Do we need to resolve the crafting check from Mitch to fix that buckler?
It was a 17 on the die. I don't know.
So I imagine that's a success.
Yep.
Okay. So you piece that buckler back together. So he approaches you as you're engaging in these preparations, and he actually looks over to Sirio. He locks eyes with you as you're focusing. And for a moment, your attention is diverted over to him. And he says, "You told us there's no room in your kingdom for kobolds. Why?"
Didn't really say there was no room for kobolds. It's just if you're causing our people trouble, there's no room for you. So we just took that to be as your nature. I mean, if you can live in harmony with us and cooperate rather than raiding, stealing, killing, maybe you'd fit in better.
And he pauses for a moment and considers this. And he says, "We weren't always this way. Things have changed for us in the last couple of weeks.
Uh-oh, what went down?
There's a new leader who's convinced others to begin raiding, to begin stealing, to escalate this war against these gremlins. We used to be peaceful. We kept to ourselves. King Suitscale, he knew what to do. But then came this purple one. It's caused all kinds of issues. He calls himself Tartuk.
So was Suitscale deposed, or was there kind of a change in leadership?
Suitscale still is king, but it's only a matter of time before Tartuk convinces the others to turn on Suitscale. In the meantime, Suitscale is trying to appease everyone at the same time, and we've been stealing, we've been raiding, we've been attacking these midflits, and it's, look what's happened, my friends. Have you seen them? 4 of us were captured together.
So Sirio kind of thinks about this, and he's trying to, I don't know, come up with a way to put it gently, but he's not able to. So, hey, man.
Bash kind of cuts Sirio off and says, "There's 3 dead ones upstairs. I assume that's your friends. Did you come down here? Did they bring you down here?"
He pauses. He kind of looks down, and he says, "Oh, the 4 of us were down here, and the 3 were brought up one by one. I assume I was just lucky."
What's your name? I'll introduce Mitch will introduce himself, put a hand out because he saw this guy do some pretty solid work, so he figures he's on our side. I'm Mitch.
Oh yeah, and as he takes your hand, like he's strong. He's so small and he's so strong. Micmac. You can call me Micmac. And he looks at you guys and he's just like, you gotta help me. These gremlins have our holy statue. It's in here somewhere, and without that statue, my friends, my family, they're never going to stop. Please help me bring it back to the Suitscales. We can get them to calm down if we can just get it back for them.
Well, for now, I think we have common cause against the Mitflit, so as long as you can help us, take them out, we can help out with the statue. I am curious, though, were they asking you any kind of questions, or why were they holding you and bringing your friends up one by one?
No questions, just messing with us, just playing.
So torture for the sake of torture.
Okay, yeah, so Mitflits are like just straight up evil little gremlin things.
I think, yeah, Bash's explanation of them was they were just nasty little things.
So I think Bash also tell kobold, don't step out of line. because I have no problem laying a fourth dead kobold down here. If you want to help us kill the
Very
Mythlets,
angry.
that's great.
The druid is very angry.
Just hit kobolds. Just hit kobolds. I'm just playing off.
Like
I mean,
happy and flowery.
that's what we established it as canon a few episodes ago. I feel like I got to keep up with it.
You know,
I get it.
I remember reading some older modules where druids can be not great sometimes. Not that I'm saying that Bashk is a jerk or whatever, but yeah, I mean, Bashk is sort of not trusting this guy. I get it.
Mitchell put a hand on his little kobold shoulder and be like, you know what? If you do really well, and if you die someday, your bones might end up on that suit right there.
Squad
That's
goals.
highly inappropriate.
So kind of throughout this whole dialogue here, I guess game mechanic wise, I want to do a make an impression and then a request. So kind of the impression about discussing that we weren't talking specifically about kobolds themselves, but more about their actions and why we told them they had to leave.
You're kind of recontextualizing the Moonradish patch conversation for him a little bit.
Yes.
Sure.
Got a 13 on the die, and I add 8, so 21 on that.
Oh yeah, he begins to trust you. I mean, he was more kind of in a neutral position with you guys, but he maybe will slip over to friendly. And, during this dialogue, I mean, he's revealed to you that, like, look, I mean, the suit scales, by the way, this particular clan seems to be named after its king Suit Scale. The suit scales have been, raiding, and there have been people that have lost their lives, and, apparently driven by this Tartuk, there have been some huge problems, and now look at where it's gotten them, right? Now they're in this, like, war with these Mythlets. And what Micmac tells you is that it's not going that well. He tells you that Mythlets reproduce quickly and that kobolds don't. And so it's just this awful war of attrition where the Mythlets, despite being weaker and stupider and just awful, they're able to replenish their numbers so fast. And so what's happened is the Mythlets have raided the Suitscale Caverns. They've stolen this holy symbol, amongst other things. And the Suitscales have stolen some things from the Mythlets as well. But what started as sort of like, it's almost kind of Lord of the Flies-y. What started as sort of some harmless stuff, some pushing around, has begun to escalate and get really violent and really vile. And so that's now where Micmac finds himself. His position is like, let's get the statue back. Let's calm the tensions down a little bit. But yeah, I mean, but also these Mythlets are awful. They need to die. Is kind of his position. So
yep. Yeah, I'll follow that up with a request. So Sirio goes up to him and says, let's get some revenge. We have to kill all the Mythlets that remain in this tree.
He goes, brother, I like what you're saying. And he takes his fengwire, he pulls it tight. This thing is glistening with like blood and centipede juice. This thing is gross and so deadly. It's just like it it's an advanced weapon. You don't know how he's wielding it the way he is, but like he's really good with it. This guy's special. Bill, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
What do you think of this whole situation with Micmac and what he's told you all?
Well, I'm just over here, like, while this is all going on, Dre is just staring at the crevice and trying to figure out how we're going to get across.
Yeah, so you're looking at this thing, and you guys have a profile view of this over here on the map as well. This is a deep, thin crevasse. I mean, it goes down, like 40, 50 feet, you think. Maybe even 60. It's overgrown with roots and foliage and various things and stuff like that. But you see, as you look up, you see that there are loops of roots that are, well, let me back up. There are roots that grow down from the ceiling of this chamber. And you see that the roots have been turned up on each other and tied such that there's now like loops, like almost like monkey bars that you can use to traverse this 15-foot crevasse to get to the tunnel on the other side to continue deeper down into the root system. So that would be the way to get across. Looks like the Mitflits use it.
I think Dundee's staying here.
Yeah. Now,
Can Hoot pick up Dundee? This is the real question.
So mechanical.
Brad, I don't
not to like.
Brad, I don't like your attitude.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not an expert on owls, apparently, but I don't think an owl could pick up a crocodile.
No.
If I were to.
Yeah, so actually what I'll do is I'll put him back up at the entranceway and basically just tell him to wait by the tree, and hopefully he makes it.
he goes like this. He goes, whew.
Yeah, exactly. He wipes little beads of sweat off his forehead with his little crocodile hand. Yes.
I'm honestly seeing how much an owl can carry right now. It can carry 4 times its body weight.
Is it a European owl?
Just a normal northern horned owl. You know, like the kind that's probably outside your house.
Dry. You begin, you hoist yourself up, you jump up, you grab a couple of these loops, and you hand over hand, you begin crossing.
Do I need a check?
No, I mean, this is pretty easy. I mean, these things are all kind of spaced apart really nicely. Your right hand hits the first loop. You begin to move across. You swing yourself. Your left hand hits the next loop. You continue swinging your right hand, then your left hand. And as you grab that fourth loop, your left hand grabs the root, and the root comes untied.
Oh.
And then the loop and then as you hang off of the root that your right hand was hanging onto, that weight sustained causes that root also to become untied. And this happens all very quick, very abruptly. And all of a sudden, Dry just simply falls down into the chasm, into the darkness. Make a reflex save to grab the edge.
22.
You got it, man. You grab the far edge. You're able to swing yourself, and you are now hanging at the far edge to the on the other side of the chasm, down just below the other tunnel.
We probably should have busted out the scales and had Dry get on one side and a dead Mitflit on the other to see who weighed more.
The weight difference. I don't know. I guess I'm going to pull myself up.
Yeah, you pull yourself up. Do you have a light source?
No.
I feel like you don't.
But doesn't somebody have light still cast on something?
Yeah, so Mitch's buckler is glowing. So he's shedding some light into the tunnel.
So I got 40 feet, so yeah, I can still see.
Okay.
What'd we do with the rock that Bashklet? Did we throw that down the...
It's back here somewhere.
Yeah, that ball bearing.
Once I get 30 feet away from it, it'll cancel.
So let me go back to Dry though for a moment. You know, so you're now standing in this tunnel. You're crouched back over, and the tunnel actually has a steep climb up, which is very similar to the steep climb down that you had to do to get to the crevice in the first place. So you can't really see anything really except this steep hill in front of you. But for the moment, you appear to be okay.
I'm going to quickly take the rope from my pack and try and find somewhere to tie it off.
Yeah, there's plenty of roots and stuff all over the walls and the floor and everything. You can. And
then I'm going to call over to Mitchell and I'm going to throw him the rope. And I'm going to be like, hey, those roots aren't too reliable.
Yeah, Mitch, you've got this other end of rope here now. You're able to similarly tie it off if that's what you want to do.
Absolutely. And yeah, kind of get a rope handhold to kind of go across.
Yeah, you're able to tie it taut. You've got this rope now, this taut rope that you can either, you can probably just shimmy on it, or
I think you should try and walk across it.
Tightrope that guy.
No, I'll go upside down and kind of loop my ankles on the rope and kind of hand over hand.
Like cliffhanger.
Yeah. Yep,
so
exactly.
Before you go across, since Sirio's not very good at these athletic things, he pulls out his rope from his pack and asks Mitch to fasten him a harness.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like it.
While this is going on, Micmec will make his way across the rope, as will Valerie. So the two NPCs end up on the other side with Drycolme.
I feel like this isn't going to go well.
Yeah, I'll clip up and pull myself over.
And when he gets close to the edge over here, I'll pull him up.
Let's just get the athletics check for Sirio. He's really our only question mark on this. I'll give you a nice bonus for this this harness idea. But really, Chris, I just want to see. I just want to know what happens.
I could roll anywhere between 1 and 20.
You could.
I rolled a nat 20, so...
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Nice.
that's smooth. I was kind of thinking to myself, man, do I remember any Sylvester Stallone quotes from Cliffhanger? Before I try to do a cliffhanger thing. But it didn't matter. You guys made it across. If this were Cliffhanger, then what's the guy's name? The actor whose girlfriend dies in the intro of Cliffhanger. He's in the Guardians of the Galaxy's movie, and he's in fucking, Walking Dead and shit. It's that guy.
Huh?
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Merle?
Yeah, Merle.
Merle.
From Walking Dead, yeah.
Oh, he was also in Days of Thunder. Michael Rooker.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Michael Rooker.
There we go.
Michael Rooker.
Ah, okay,
Thank
there
you.
you go.
I caught a glimpse of him at Kansas City Comic-Con. He was sitting there. Didn't look very happy to me.
He
But
doesn't look happy normally, though.
That's true. He's got kind of a resting face. Sirio, you're on the other side.
All right.
Mitch is going to ask Siri if he's been working out. That was impressive.
Sometimes you get lucky,
Reach over and squeeze your bicep.
Siri is the kind of guy that might be able to might hurt himself setting his computer up in his office. So you all get across. You're met with this steep hill now going upwards. This tunnel now moving up, and at some point it even gets so steep that you're really kind of on all fours climbing up these roots, and you emerge in this larger chamber, and you see like a number of things. You see what appears to be a rickety table held together with twine and crap and mud and just roots and wood and just all of this stuff. And over all that, it's covered with a filthy checkered tablecloth, and it's heaped with twigs and gravel. And as you look at it, you realize kind of in a split second that this is like a map. There's like some twigs kind of bound and set up that you think, oh, that must be the sycamore tree. And then you see this mound over there, kind of off to the other side on this map, and that looks like it's the Suit Scale Caverns. You think you could deduce the location of the caverns just based on this. It's kind of accurate. And then you see all these little pebbles and things all over the place, denoting armies and stuff like that, kind of like old school football X's and O's and shit like that. You take this all in for a moment, but you see some other stuff in here as well. Oh yes, and you also see this blood-stained ivory statue, kind of like a bust or something. This must be what Mick Mech was talking about. And you see mitflits that are in this room too. You see 5 mitflits that are all around this table. They're all kind of like planning and looking around and like pushing the little figures around and yelling at each other and bickering and shit like that. As you emerge into this chamber, though, they all see you, and you see them. They scream. They begin making all of these crazy noises. And this one particularly old mitflit-looking guy, who has to be the leader, he hops to his feet, and he runs to the southern part of the chamber, and he hops on top of what must be some kind of gigantic tick or something, this huge bug that this guy is on. I got a little bit of art. You want to see it?
No.
Of course.
No? You don't got a choice. I'm going to show it to you. Look at this thing.
Whoa. Oh, my God.
That's awful.
That is the creepiest looking.
Tickleback.
I don't like that.
That is awful.
Couldn't hide the label on this one. This mitflit leader, his name appears to be Grabbles, and this tick's name is Tickleback. The tick is now much larger than this guy. This huge tick. And he's got this little pitchfork. Does anybody in the party speak Undercommon by any chance?
No.
Check your sheets.
I do not.
This is also the first time we've seen a mitflit in artwork. They are nasty little fuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they don't look happy.
They do not. They're awful. Well, if any of you spoke Undercommon, you would know that what he shouted was, by my authority as Grabbles, the king of the Mitflits, I command you all to fucking attack these crazy guys. And look, there's a kobold with them too, so get them. Roll for initiative.
I don't want to do anything in here.
We've reached the part of the dungeon where nobody wants to do this anymore. Everybody just wants to go home. You want to go back to Oleg's, I'm sure.
Yes. Eat
No,
some pie.
I just couldn't
Eat some arsenic
do
pie.
math again.
Sirio, Xavier, Sertova, what did you get on your roll?
Got a 12.
Oh. Bashk Trand.
22.
Drycol May.
25. For some reason, I can't recognize my game name tonight. I have no idea why.
I was like, Bill, you doing all right?
Like,
I'm digging deep. I'm hoping you're doing.
Like you're saying my name, and I'm just like, who's he talking to?
Who am I forgetting? Mitchell.
17. Are we, what's the height of the cavern? Are we still stooped over and clumsy?
You are still stooped over. Except for Micmec, who is small.
What our new kobold friend roll? Can you tell us that?
What's the fight order here?
Micmec bottomed out with a 9, whereas Valerie earned herself a 23.
Yes.
So it's actually looking pretty good for you guys up at the top of this initiative order here. Drycol May, it's your turn.
So we're just hopping right into combat, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean you guys have emerged up this hill, and these midflits are up here, and they've attacked you.
Well, I guess I'm going to draw the sword.
Oh man, gonna lay out some combat maneuvers on these little motherfuckers.
And I'm going to just move to here. I'm going to swing at that little son of a mother.
All right, engaging midflit eye.
So that's a 17 on the dice plus 8. So that's a 23.
That's a hit, man.
That is 8 damage.
8 damage.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice little hit on midflit eye, but he's still up.
I'm just waiting for you to get in front of me so I don't get hit. I'm very fragile.
Valerie. Well, you know, like you guys, she didn't have anything out, so she's going to have to burn some action economy, getting the sword out, and then getting the shield out. And then she's going to take a move action to stand shoulder to shoulder with Dry, ready for what's next. That's her entire turn. That takes us then to Bashk Trand.
All right, so Bash is going to stare at old, whatever the king of the Mitflip was, Grabble, Tickle,
Grabbles.
Back, whatever. Grabbles, thank you. He's going to raise up his frill, and he's going to do an intimidation, try to demoralize.
Ooh, all right. Go for it, man.
Total of 21.
Nice.
That's a success versus Will DC. He becomes frightened 1.
Good deal. And we're going to follow that up with everybody's favorite, Acid Splash, also on him.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. You're going to splash all these midflits.
Oh, no. Total of 15?
Versus Grabble's armor class, that's a miss.
Damn. All right.
Do you still get the splash on the miss?
I think you do, wouldn't you?
If you hit +1 acid, no, you don't.
Okay, yeah. So your ball of acid kind of flings
Just
off against the
misses.
back wall.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
and it is Grabble's turn. Grabbles takes one action to command Tickleback the Tick. Tickleback gains 2 actions. He's going to move atop this nightmarish gingham table. And then, as a second action, Tickleback is going to try to hit Drycol May with his hypostome. Is that,
Wait, I have a question.
what's your question?
How sturdy is that table, and how much does that animal weigh?
Well, it's a medium-sized tick, so it is supporting him, but it is creaking a little bit, and all the figures and everything, they go everywhere, and the statue flies off onto the ground.
Was he, like, sitting before he jumped onto that table?
No,
Can he do seated box jumps?
he's atop the tick already. That tick was up and ready to go. So that hypostome, Hypostome, maybe hypostome, I don't know how to say this, but it comes out at you at +8.
French?
Oh, you know what, man? Oh, that's a total of an 11. You're okay. So this like awful, like tube, like thing just comes out at you, and you dodge out of the way. And with his final 2 actions, Grabbles casts a spell and applies that familiar debuff that you've been dealing with to Dry and Valerie. If you can make the will save, make a DC 17 will save right now.
17.
Oh, you're fine. And so is Valerie. Okay, so it has no effect.
Can Valerie react?
Can Valerie react?
Oh, she can. Thank you guys for keeping me honest on that.
Chris, how nice.
As Grabbles does this cast in melee, Valerie will do an attack of opportunity with the bastard sword. 12 on the die. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Oh my gosh, Valerie gets to do a D8 plus 4. 7 on the die. Holy moly! What is that? 11 damage.
Grabbles.
Is he dead?
Is he dead yet?
Yes, he is. No.
Everybody flees. The encounter's over.
Now, if that had been a crit on Valerie's part, she would have interrupted the spell. But because it was just a regular hit, Grabbles gets the spell off. That's going to take us then to Mitchell.
All right. Mitchell will draw his sword, rev his suit up. I'll do the crafting check for that.
I've made it my mission to do a sound every time.
That is a success, and he will... Next to Valerie. We'll get a nice little front line here.
There you go. All right, so now, to help the listener know what's going on here, we got a line of Mitflits with Grabbles in the middle. We got a line of good guys with Valerie in the middle, and some extra Mitflits in the back row as well. And it's now Mitflit Eye's turn. Mitflit Eye is going to draw his short sword. Now, Valerie has used her reaction, so there's no attack of opportunity for this. And that short sword is simply going to come out against Drycolme. That's a 4 on the die. Uh-oh. I'm not rolling well tonight, guys. Can you detect that this is... Uh-oh. It's not happening.
I like it when you say "uh-oh."
Yeah.
It makes me
It's
feel
not
better.
happening for me tonight.
It makes me feel better.
He's going again. God, that's 2 4s in a row. Oh,
That's
my
fantastic.
gosh.
That is fantastic.
Oh, man, he does not hit Drycolme at all. Jay is going to take a move action. He's going to come around this way into this square here to engage with Mitch. And the short sword comes out while he's moving. Those are his first 2 actions. His third action is going to be another short sword hit. Might have Mitch with a 24 total on that one.
Yeah, that's a hit.
D6 minus 1, because these are just little guys. 4 damage to Mitch. So Mitch kind of gets you a little bit, sticks you with this thing. And that's going to bring us to Sirio Xavier Sertova on my little penciled in turn marker here. You are just SXS. That's what I have begun writing you as. That is my abbreviation for you. Go ahead, Chris.
So, Bask, did you frilled at Grabbles?
Yeah, I did. So he should be demoralized.
Okay. Sirio is going to glare at Mitflit Eye with an intimidation check. Got a 20.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so Mitflit Eye gains the frightened condition.
And then going to follow that up with an electric arc at Eye and have it bounce to Grabbles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sure. And Grabbles is ended because his turn has now come and gone. But I still takes the penalty of the reflex save from frightened.
Is that how it works? That just that
Yeah, it
doesn't seem like it like seems going first kind of sucks.
bad.
If you're going to intimidate, you want to go. I don't know.
Well, let me look it up. Make sure I did it right. Unless specified otherwise, at the end of each of your turns, the value of your frightened condition decreases by 1.
Okay.
So, yeah, it looks like there was just kind of that small window there.
So, like, if you frighten someone with your third action, and then your frightened target goes, like, it provides no benefit.
It's gone, yeah.
Okay.
But if you lead with the first, then for the next 2 actions, it can benefit you. And then if you've got allies that are in the initiative order in between you and the frightened target, they can benefit from it too. But in any event, that reflex save for Mitflit Eye, oh my gosh, it's a natural 1. So we'll just call him dead. Let's go ahead and go with Grabbles next. Grabbles. Oh no. Grabbles gets a 13. So that's just going to be a regular failure. But yeah, roll out full damage on Grabbles and double damage on Midflit Eye, who, by the way, already took 8 points of damage. So he's basically just dead.
Oh yeah, Eye's gone and 6 electricity damage to Grabbles.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice. That's a nice hit.
That is good work. That is good work.
You know what, guys?
That was good.
I don't know. Maybe that centipede was really the harder fight for you guys. Grabbles isn't looking so hot all of a sudden. Holy moly. It's Micmec's turn. Oh, well, now it's over. Micmec has good luck. Micmec is just going to get his fang wire out. He's going to charge up here into this square. He's going to stand on top of the recently killed Midflit Eye. And then he, with the fang wire, he's just going to lash out versus Midflit K in the back row. He's going to miss. Okay, so now he's in the fray. It's Midflit K's turn. Out comes a short sword, an attack on Micmec. That's going to be a hit. D6 minus 1. That's going to be 4 damage onto Micmec. And then a second short sword hit. That is going to miss Micmec. So this has turned into just a slugfest down here. You guys have locked all your tokens together. Oh my god. And finally, Midflit L going in on Mitchell Gronny. Now comes the short sword. Here comes the hit. That looks like that is going to hit Mitch with a natural 14. That's going to be 0 damage because a 1 minus 1 is 0. And then
Right off the armor.
the second attempt will be a miss. So my gosh, I don't know if you guys are excited as I am. I'm kind of squeeing a little bit at this. This is a fight unlike we've had in a long time. You guys are just all in these double lines together. Drycolme, I guess you have 2 possible targets you could hit. You could hit the tick or you could hit Grabbles. What are you going to do?
I'm going to hunt prey on Grabbles.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. It's over.
It's going to be swing away time. It's 16 plus 8, so it's a 24.
24?
Yep.
Shit, that's a hit.
So it's 2d8 plus
Good God.
2.
2d8 plus 2.
So that's 15 plus 2, it's 17.
17 damage on Grabbles.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow.
He's dead. Gotta be.
He's walking with a limp right now.
He's I mean, it's obvious that this guy is nearly dead, but he's not quite dead yet.
I'm going to swing again with the map.
Do it.
No, that's a 2. That's not hit anything.
Oh my god, he ducks under this. Holy moly. Okay. Hey, housekeeping. Mitch, you walked into that aura. Can you make that will save real quick from last round?
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to, Mike. That is a 24.
You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about Grabble's aura. Oh my gosh.
Get the fuck out of here.
Valerie. Valerie's going to try to take down Midflit L. And she's going to... Oh, natural 20 from Valerie on Midflit L. 2d8 plus 8.
No fucking way.
No, it's impossible. I'm not even going to roll it out. These guys have 10 HP. She will, per se, do 10 HP damage. So she just kills Midflit L. And she's going to go in on Grabbles, subject to the map. I don't know. Why wouldn't she? Nope, she will miss Grabbles then. So you guys are just chewing these guys apart like crazy. Valerie will raise her shield as her third action. Bash Trand.
So, is our movement encumbered at all with us crouching or anything? Okay. So, he's going to go ahead and move down 25 feet and get behind Grabbles. And he is going to do a strike with his Lizard Folk Razor Claws.
Okay, man. Okay, so you take this wide arc around, I guess, huh? You get into that square. Yeah, you've got Grabbles in a flank with Valerie now. Wow.
Oh, 19 of the die, 25.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a hit.
All right.
Grabbles, it so happens, has 1 health point right now.
Oh.
So why don't you just tell me what happens?
Yeah, I mean, Bashk, reaches out with his claw and just kind of across the face and the eyes and he just kind of goes down, right? It's the old school Hulk Hogan, man. He's clawing at the eyes and does the old flare flop off the tick, and that's it.
Oh my god. Grabbles gets color.
Yeah, he gets a little color. Nice.
I know a
Nice.
little bit about wrestling. Shout out to my friend Matt who got me into wrestling. I watched the what is it, the 30 for 30 on
Yeah.
Nature Boy. I watched that one night.
That was really good.
It was so good. I didn't know. I mean, I just knew like it was fake as fuck, but whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, but it's not though. They're athletes. These guys. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Grabbles is dead, but the tick is not.
The tick
is
is
that
not
the end of your
dead.
turn, or do you have another action?
I have another action. I guess I'm going to reach out at the tick. We're going to with the map. See what happens.
Can't get a natural one if you don't try.
Total of 15.
That is going to miss. This
All right.
tick.
Damn
Yeah.
tick.
And it is the tick's turn. He turns around. He faces Bashk-Trand. What sound would a tick make if a tick were the size of a Doberman?
Spoon.
Like what?
Bill, this is your area. Animal noises.
Yeah, Bill.
I got that reference.
Oh, is that like from? What is that from? Is that the tick cartoon or something?
Yeah, the tick cartoon.
The tick?
I don't know what a large tick. I can't make clickety clack noises, and that'd be a clickety clack.
Clickety clack. There you go.
That'd be a clickety clack kind of thing. I can only do like death screams and stuff like that.
Well, he's coming at you with the hypostome there, Bashk-Trand. I got a good feeling about this roll. Let me kind of. Do you guys ever do this where you look at the die in your hands and you think to yourself, this is going to be a low roll. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to shift the position of the dice a little bit so that it's just a different face that'll come up. And now I'm going to roll it. Watch this. Natural 20. I'm not shitting you.
Totally
I'm not
works.
kidding you.
It totally works.
Totally works.
It
Totally
works. It did. And if I hadn't shifted, it probably would have been natural 1.
And this tick is named, right?
yeah.
Yes. Oh, God, I guess
That's a
the
crit
tick
card.
is
That's a crit
Tickleback.
card.
Yeah.
All right. What type of damage is it?
All it says is D6 plus attach and tick fever. It doesn't give me it's got to be piercing.
So yeah, under its ability, does it say like?
It really doesn't. I don't know if that's a mistake or what. It really doesn't. Normally it's right there, but I guess we'll just call it piercing.
I mean, this is the little proboscis thing, right? That the ticks use to grab on. It's got to be piercing.
Yeah.
Right.
Donnie's been
Just pick the worst one. Just let Bash
Piercing.
have it.
Nailed in place.
Oh yeah.
As the bow critical specialization, in fact, this is melee for piercing.
Oh,
So
okay.
Bask, you have to make an athletics check to pull yourself free, and the DC is 20. So you are stuck in that spot.
let me unpack this a little bit. When you get into higher levels, you can oftentimes apply the critical specialization effect of your particular weapon when you crit. Usually a class feat will give you the ability to do this. It comes online pretty early for like rogues, for example. When you crit with a bow and you apply the critical specialization effect, the arrow, lodges you down to the ground or to the wall or something, and you have to, again, make an athletics check to pull it out. So I guess this hypostome is locking Bashk-Trand in place. I guess let's kind of resolve this bit by bit here. The first thing I got to do is roll a little bit of damage on you. 2d6 plus 2. That's going to be 6 damage total.
All right.
So Bashk, you take that first. The next thing that happens is you need to make a fortitude save versus tick fever. Please, I'm not going to tell you the DC, and I'm not going to tell you the result, because this has a long onset.
Oh.
I just need to know what you rolled.
Those are my favorite. I rolled a 21 total.
And finally, Tickleback uses an ability called Attach. I'm just going to read it here, and you guys can help me decide whether this takes a second action or not. Attach. When Tickleback strikes a creature larger than itself, its barbed hypostome attaches to that creature. This is similar to grabbing the creature, but the giant tick moves with that creature rather than holding it in place. So he's like on you right now, man.
Well, how big
the
a
giant tick?
How big a creature is the Tickleback?
Yeah, you're both
Oh,
medium.
Tickleback is considered small. He's like kobold size.
Okay.
So Grabbles and Tickleback together comprise a medium creature, which is why he's that size on the map. But yeah, since we're down to Tickleback,
Gotcha.
he is one size category below you. Anyway, Tickleback is flat-footed while he's attached. If Tickleback is killed or pushed away while attached to a creature on which it has used Blood Drain, spoiler alert, that creature takes 1 persistent bleed damage. Escaping the attachment or removing Tickleback in other ways doesn't cause the bleed damage. I think probably, I don't know if it says it's similar to grabbing the creature. Well, if you use an auto grab in a situation like this, it would take another action. So I guess I'm leaning toward attaching being a second action, but what do you guys think? Do you guys want to really screw Donnie and say no?
I think it's one action. I think it's all one thing.
I think it's one maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the giant tick strikes a creature larger than itself, its barbed hypostome attaches to that creature. I mean, I think...
Yeah,
okay,
like
you guys have kind of brought me back around.
It's like barbed, right? So when it goes in, it kind of sticks, and yeah, I think it's all part of that attack action.
It's barbed, man. He
Yeah.
kind of,
And it nailed you to the ground.
Yeah.
yeah. I guess it must be your leg then that he's kind of attached to. So a little less body horror invasive, maybe, but it's still gross, plenty gross.
Mechanically, am I considered grabbed now as well? We're both grabbed?
You are flat-footed while Tickleback is attached to you, but you can still move on the map, but Tickleback will move with you.
Okay.
I think you should drag him around the rest of the...
Let's just not kill him.
Just wanna keep him.
I have two pets now. One's just a little bit cantankerous.
Sure. That's well put. Second action, blood drain. Requirements. The Tickleback is attached to the creature. We have that. Tickleback uses its hypostome to drain blood from the creature it is attached to. This deals 1d4 damage, and the giant tick gains temporary hit points equal to the damage dealt. Let's see. A creature that has its blood drained by a giant tick is drained 1 until it receives healing. Someone look up drained 1. I don't think we've messed with that yet. Anyway, here comes the d4 of damage. 4. So Tickleback gets 4 temporary HP, and Bashk will lose 4, and Bash becomes drained 1. What is drained 1?
I just linked it in the chat.
Drained. When a creature successfully drains you of blood or life force, you become less healthy. Drained always includes a value, in this case 1. You take a status penalty equal to your drained value on constitution-based checks, such as fortitude saves. You also lose a number of hit points equal to your level, minimum 1, times the drained value. So in this case, your level is 2, drained value is 1, 2 times 1 is 2. So you take 2 additional damage. Your maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount. For example, whatever, we don't need examples, we know what we're doing.
I think the sum of it now is I have 12 hit points left out of 22 because my max dropped by 2 as well, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
and the
that
other thing I'm
sounds right.
taking away is a little conversation in my head was like, I can run away. It's like, no, I'll stay and I'll fight. And that was dumb. I should have ran away.
I didn't see Bashk Tran getting drained. I was kind of thinking that might go to Dry Colmay this time, but it didn't happen.
Why do you hate me? Every time something bad happens, you're like, I pictured that happening.
Well,
It's
you know,
right.
I don't think this
How
is
many of my
gonna
We're waiting to
characters
see
you tried
Quattro
to
come
like?
out of the mix.
be Quattro. Just name them Borg.
I bet we see Cinco.
Quattro
Subject to
the
the
monk.
multiple attack penalty, this tick is going to try to hypostome you again. Only at a +3, but now you are
So
flat-footed.
hang on.
let's see what
Hold-
happens.
let me ask. So I assume he's only got 1 hypostome
Yeah,
that is currently stuck in me.
yeah.
So how could he do that again?
That's a valid point.
I don't know.
Because it's magic. I'm okay with it. I just
He pulls it out,
all right.
and then
He's got-
puts it back in.
Right.
Well, yeah, so if he misses with this hit, he shouldn't be attached to him anymore, though.
You know what? I think that is fair. He becomes unattached,
Wow.
and now he's trying to attach himself a second
Ouch.
time. And so I have rolled the dice at this point. It's a 13. If we subject that to the multiple attack penalty, it only goes to a 15. So what is your flat-footed armor class?
Since I'm flat-footed and also clumsy because I'm in this tunnel, my AC right now is 14. So that's a hit.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, shit.
I
ever
need
thought about
another
playing a monk?
fortitude save from you, and account for your drained 1.
Now you have Lyme disease.
So that brings my down by 1, right? Is that what we
Correct.
said? Well, it was on a 17, and then it rolled off of that to an 8, so I got a total of 11.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure whatever stupid disease it could give me, it just did. But I'll find out in a week.
2 additional damage.
2 additional
off of that.
damage.
I think that's the longest turn I've ever taken in my life. I am so sorry to everybody.
I was going to say.
So I had 2 additional hit points, but does my total HP also come down again by 2 because of that? No, just that one time. Okay.
That's just on the blood drain.
All right. Well, that was fun as shit. I wish we could do that every time.
Yeah, you know what, man? I'm glad you and I.
That's like a 20-minute turn, Mike.
I know. I don't know what happened. I had a lot going on. But Donnie, I'm glad you and I could take this journey together.
It was a lot of fun. We learned a lot.
We've learned a lot about each other as well. Mitch, you're up.
So Mitch is kind of torn. Like he sees Bash getting beat up by this tick, but then also sees Dry, our new Micmac, and Valerie kind of surrounding this bug, thinking it's well handled. So he's going to turn his attention to Mitflit J over here.
Oh, sure.
You reach over and he's going to try to tamper with his armor first.
Ooh.
And that is a 26 against your reflex DC.
You pull his pants down.
All right.
He's got a little kilt that he's wearing. You pull it down. He's like
flat. He is flat-footed and has a -10 penalty to speed. And
okay.
Next thing I'm going to attack. That's a 17 on the die, or 17 adjusted.
That'll hit.
Hey, 5 damage.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. J. That is 7 damage with my my suit all geared up.
Okay, yeah. So that'll hit. Yeah, 7 damage. Okay.
I'm gonna go for another attack.
All right.
Push my luck. Nope, that's a miss.
That takes us to Mitflit I, who is dead. That takes us then to Mitflit J. And you know what, man? Prescient. Because Mitflit J is trying now to run up this ridge, leading out into another room. But he's slowed down. Normally his speed is 25. You've lowered his speed to 15. And he only really makes it just a little bit down the hallway. Gets a lot less further than he would have otherwise. So nice job, man.
This is that difficult terrain.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, going difficult terrain. Guess what does he get? 5 feet, I guess, every turn. So I mean, he really only gets 3 squares. So I mean, he's just scuttling up this hill. Can't do it because his pants are down. I mean, he can't run like that. Come on, guys. Okay. That's Mitflit J's turn. Sirio, Xavier, Sertova, you see that Mitflit J is running for it, but you also see that there is a tick attached to Bash. What do you do?
All right, so Sirio is going to step up here and then use the rejuvenating flames. So I'll do a 15-foot cone. Yeah, it'll go 15 feet this way, so it'll tag Valerie, Mitch, the tick, and Bask.
Very nice.
So all the friendlies heal 4, and the tick will take 4 fire damage.
Yeah.
Basic reflex.
Okay, that'll take 4 of his. That'll take his 4 temporary HP away. It's Micmec's turn, and Micmec is like, "Oh no! Don't let him get away!" So he is going to tumble through the tick's square, and he will succeed. So he'll take his first move action, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He gains panache. He'll take a second action to catch up to Mitflit J. And with his third action, he's going to do a confident finishing move on Mitflit J to try to end this. And that is going to hit with a 16 on the die. That's going to be a D4 plus 4 plus 2D6.
Holy shit.
So that's going to be 7 damage. And the 2d6 is going to be another 4 damage, and that is enough. He takes Mitflit J down with this finishing move. He just whips this string, this wire around Jay's neck, and he practically beheads him. And that is the end of Micmec's turn. Let's see. Oh, man. Mitflit K. Man, I think he's probably going to try to run. He's going to pass through the tick's square, and he's going to trigger attack of opportunity from Valerie.
Yes.
Valerie resolves that with a 17 on the die. She might have just crit him, honestly. Let's see. She gets a plus 9 on that, I believe. No, plus 10, because she's an expert. That's a 27. That's a crit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Go
2d8
Val.
plus 8. It's over. She takes K down too. This is just quickly resolving itself.
Can we just send the NPCs into these dungeons?
no doubt.
And just report when they're done?
They're doing well tonight. I got a fighter and a swashbuckler, so I don't know. I really told myself don't make this the NPC show, but I don't know. They're just rolling well tonight, I suppose. Drycolme.
Well, I'm just gonna hunt prey on old Tick Boy.
Tick Boy.
Tick Boy.
Do you want to go for a flank?
He's got to be close to dead. That's a 17 on the die.
Oh, you've got him.
Oh. 2d8 plus 2 is 11.
11 damage on this tick. Oh my gosh, okay. He's still up, but he's not looking so hot now.
Nope, let me swing again. Huh, damn it. What's that crit dead looking like today, Chris, for a melee swing?
Did you get a natural 20 or did you get a natural 1?
No, I got a natural 1.
Oh.
The fumble. That's the fumble deck. Sorry, not the crit deck. The fumble
Oh,
deck.
dear.
Notched. Your weapon takes 1d6 damage, ignoring
Oh,
yours.
no, your Aldori dueling sword.
So, like, instead of hitting the tick, you hit a rock or something.
That's a 1.
Okay, so you get this little nick in your sword.
That has to piss off Dry.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have Brad tune it up a little later. Yeah, I swing it and like hit the rock floor of the cave and then just kind of look at it.
Oh, man.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, well, it's Valerie's turn again. Oh, my God. She's a fighter, guys. I don't know what to tell you. She might end it here.
Fighter's gonna fight.
Yeah, fighter's gonna fight. Going against AC 16 at a plus 10. Oh, my God. 16 on the die. Plus 10.
Yeah.
26. It's a crit. God. Okay. Why do I even... I fucking put an 8 and a 5 on the 2d8. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Valerie's having her best day ever.
Numbers.
She's got this cigar sticking out of her mouth, and she's like, here's how you do it, guys. And then the bastard sword just kills this tick. And this encounter is over. And, God, what do you do?
So the first thing Bashk does is say, hey, Kobold, I noticed you ran by me instead of helping me. That was noted.
Micmec's like, what? He was getting away. Wait, you...
I was also questioning Micmec's, what's the word I'm looking for? Tactical response, because he was standing next to two enemies and then one ran away, which Mitch could have easily handled, but Micmac decided to tumble through an enemy space to attack somebody down the hallway while he had two enemies right in front of him that he could have attacked.
Oh,
I mean, I was just wondering about the tactical, how that works out in his brain.
well, he's a swashbuckler. He's like, well, I had to go for it.
Kobolds only care about what kobolds care for. That's what Bashk tells you.
When I was looking at Micmac, I was like, these guys are going to love him. And you guys hate him so much.
I love him, man. I don't know what I'm trying to understand why Bill and Donnie
I
are
don't
all
dislike him.
not on Team
I don't
Micmac
dislike
here.
him.
Donnie
I'm just-
loves him. Bashk does not. We got to separate the player and the player character.
I see.
You have to think Dre's been to war college, and he just watched a dude run by two people who he
I'm
was
sorry.
completely squared up
Did you
against
say war
to
college?
attack somebody.
War college.
War college.
Is that community?
Did you
Or
get
is
your
that,
degree, or did you...
No, I left early to come hang out with you guys in a cave.
Not to be confused with Scuffle University, but he went to war college.
Scuff U.
Scuff U,
No,
yeah.
you don't-
Scuff you.
Scuff you.
War college,
War
boys. Don't forget it.
college.
I'm start wearing
What
my...
was your
I'm gonna start
mascot?
wearing
What
my-
was your mascot at war college?
Yeah.
A tick. A large tick.
Oh, how
see.
convenient. How, wow. It's like, it repeats.
I was just questioning his tactical decision making.
No. I'll tell you what, as you guys are kvetching at Micmac, he is slowly approaching this gingham-covered table, and he takes the statue in his hands. It's this ivory statue with like cobalt blood smeared on it, and what's depicted there is a dragon. So of course this thing is holy as fuck for these kobolds. And he's like, I've recovered it.
Mitch is going to tell him we're not done yet. Don't get any ideas.
Yeah, and kind of following on that, while he's trying to pick it up, Sirio puts his hand on the statue and says, not until we've finished off the Mitfits.
No, yes, we'll kill them all. we'll kill them all. He gets all, but I mean, he still wants to pocket the statue. I mean, this thing is like crazy nice. This thing is holy. He loves it.
I don't have any medical training, but I'm concerned for Bash here because when that thing died, wasn't there a condition that if it was killed while it was still stuck in him?
Yeah.
Yes, if the tick is killed or pushed away while attached to a creature on which it has used blood drain, that creature takes 1 persistent bleed damage. So what's going to follow is kind of a little mini game here. I mean, so you take the 1 bleed damage. I guess make a DC 15 flat check to see if the bleed goes away, or in the meantime, you guys still in rounds can... I don't think anyone has battle medicine, though, for instance. So
I'm going to pack it with dirt and try to assist.
All right, so Siri with the assist. Okay, I will drop the DC as a result of that. Make a DC 10 flat check.
I made the DC 15 as I rolled a 19 at that. I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. So, yeah. So, Sirio does come up. He helps
Thank
you.
You
are bleeding, obviously, and he helps you out. You're
yeah,
and
he, at this point, Bash glares at, kind of gives a side eye to Micmac and goes, "This is how you're supposed to help out your fellow adventurers."
Oh my god!
Not just run down the hallway doing kobold things.
Just kobold things. Wow. Micmac's like, oh.
A good story's got to have a little bit of friction.
Sorry, Mr. Druid.
Sorry, Mr. Druid. Sorry, Mr.
Mr. Druid was my father. You just call me Druid.
Sorry, Druid. Okay.
Oh, man.
My gosh.
I'm gonna call Hoot over, by the way.
Oh, Hoot. Yeah, I forgot about that. Someone suggested that your course of action typically is to hoot and shoot.
That was my nephew, to hoot and shoot.
Hoot and shoot.
Awesome.
Hoot and shoot.
I enjoyed that very much.
So aside from the statue, anything else in here remarkable? I'm going to kind of search around this table, which could have been useful to kind of record this map here.
Yeah. So,
but it kind of got tossed.
Yeah, some of the the troop positions and stuff, got all mixed up and stuff. But the sycamore tree is still obviously depicted there, and the Suit Scale caves where Micmac is from, is there. And judging by this, you think that the Suit Scale caves would just be the next hex to the east. You don't think it's far, 10, 12 miles away. There is a kind of a primitive notebook that is here as well. A couple pieces of paper that were found somewhere that have been scribbled on in Undercommon. But there are pictures too, because the Midflits are hilarious and they like to do pictures as well. And what you see is kind of a bowling scorecard almost that kind of will list the victories and the defeats and stuff. And you put it together pretty easily as you're looking through this. You see that the statue that has just been recovered by you guys is crudely depicted in these notes. And the statue is in the Midflit column. And next to the statue is a cobalt sad face, which seems to communicate that, oh, this pissed off the kobolds a lot. And then next to that is a check mark, good, and then you see what kind of a circle, an orangish circle is over in the kobold column. And with a sad Midflit face next to that one. And it looks like the kobolds have something of the Midflits as well.
What do you have of theirs? I'll ask Micmac.
Oh, Micmac? He looks at it. He's like, oh, shit. He says, yeah, my friend Snickerdoodle, he stole a ring from the Midflits. Yeah, we got it over there. Those asshole Midflits, that pissed him off.
So that's where our ring is that we're looking for. I don't think I'm going to say anything about it.
No. But did you say his name was Snickerdoodle?
Yeah.
Okay. You will have to introduce us to Snickerdoodle.
He's named after a cookie.
Really?
Thank you for clarifying.
You're
Back,
welcome.
you can go to the back of the line now. We're good.
Yes, we're done with you.
he's like, okay. He's feeling way better, even though his friends are all dead, because he got the statue back. He's good to go, man.
Because he's a
got the
kobold,
statue.
and he only cares about kobold things.
Yeah,
We've
he's a
established
kobold.
that.
He's a kobold and a swashbuckler at that, man. I mean, come on. This guy's crazy, but I love him. But he's crazy. Oh, my gosh. What else are you guys doing? What's going on now?
Do my total hit points go back to what they were before? That wasn't a permanent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your hit points revert because your drained condition goes away when you get healed.
Gotcha. Okay. So we spend 10 minutes. We're all healed back up, I assume, at this point.
Yeah, when we can resolve the 10-minute break off the air, I mean, that's fine. Micmac and Valerie, I'll just have Valerie do it since you guys don't hate her. Valerie is like, well, I guess we should. She's smoking her cigar. She's pulled out another one. And she's like, well, I guess we should.
Is she a chain smoker?
Yeah, you guys haven't noticed this about me. I fucking love smoking. And she,
Mitch is not impressed with that and actually kind of disgusted. Like, can you please step away from me?
This feels like a new development.
Yeah.
We're kind of getting into what makes Valerie tick. She loves killing bosses and smoking cigars in small enclosed spaces. She begins climbing up this hill, leading back up closer to the surface. Do you guys follow her?
Nah, she's fine.
Well, you never see her again.
Valerie, have a good trip. We're going to stay down here in the cavern.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where that dude was running to.
Yeah.
that Micmac
Yeah, I want to go
saved
up
us
that
from.
hallway.
I think Micmac and Valerie are right up front, leading the way.
Oh, sure. There's another chamber up this hill. It's kind of this winding chamber situation here. And as you climb up the hill, all of you really begin ascending up at the same time, we'll talk about a marching order next time. But what you see when you get up into this chamber is a bit of a Mitflit mobilization.
Oh, fuck.
What you see are 7 more of these little assholes. And 7. And you see 3 giant centipedes. Not the size that you killed before. It seems like at this point, you've killed kind of the big mama centipede, but these guys are big too. So I believe that's a total of 10 combatants awaiting you as you come up this hill. We're going to fight them next time, guys. Good luck. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be fun.
Good thing I bought that scroll of fireball the other day.
There you go.
I remember you bought 3 of them.
Found it in a hole on the wall.